everybody! I will continue part 3 with instructions on building a file storage application. Now I will implement the file upload function. In the file list, I will add an input tag to contain the uploaded file. This input I will hide it and will execute when the button is pressed. I will attach a ref to the input and link to a button below. When the file is selected, the function handle file change will be called. I will create a state with the name select file to contain the file I will upload. I will create a function open dialog to show the file selection dialog when I click on the button. When this function is called, it first selects a DOM element with the ref attribute of upload file using this ref's upload file. This element is likely an input field of type file, used for uploading files through a web form. The next line of code, click, simulates a click event on this input field, which will open a file dialog box. Allow the user to select a file to upload. This code defines an asynchronous function called uploadFile. It uses the form data constructor to create a new form data object, which is a way to package up data that can be sent in an HTTP request. The form data object is initialized with the value of this selected file. which is assumed to be a file selected by the user. Next, the code uses the Axios post method to send a post request to the urlappy/file/upload/ concatenated with the value of this route params ID, which is assumed to be a parameter in the URL. The form datum object is passed as the second argument to the Axios post method. If an error occurs during the Axios post request, the catch block will be executed. At file controller, the function starts by validating that the uploaded file meets the specified requirements. Such as being of one of the allowed file types JPG, JPEG, PNG, PDF, HTML, and not exceeding the maximum allowed size of 2048 kilobytes. After validation, the function retrieves the uploaded file, generates a unique file name for it by appending the current timestamp and the original file name, and then stores the file in the uploads directory within the public storage disk using Laravel's store as method. Next, the function inserts a new row into a database table named Files. The row contains various details about the uploaded file, such as the original name, the generated file name, the file type guessed by Laravel, the file size in bytes, and the identifier of the associated folder ID. Okay, I have successfully uploaded the file. The record has been saved to the database. Next, I will write a download function for downloading the uploaded file. This function that uses the Axios library to download a file from a server using an HTTP GET request. The function takes two parameters: the ID of the file to download and the desired name to save the file with. The Axios GET request is sent to the /API/file/download/endpoint with the ID parameter appended to the URL. The response is of type blob, which represents binary data. The response is then used to create a URL using the window URL create object URL method, which creates a temporary URL that points to the downloaded file data. This URL is then used to create a tag, which is appended to the document body. The download attribute is set to the desired name, which prompts the user to save the file with that name when they click the link. Finally, the link click method is called, which programmatically clicks the link, triggering the file download. Any errors that occur during the file download are caught and logged to the console using the catch method. At File Controller, I create function named download that accepts a single parameter, $ID. Inside the function, it retrieves a file record from the database table name files by using the DB facade provided by the Laravel framework to execute an SQL query that selects the row with a matching ID value. Once the file record is retrieved, the function builds the file path by concatenating the storage path with the generated file name. The storage path function provided by Laravel returns the absolute path to the storage directory in the file system, and the name generate field from the file record represents the name of the file that was generated and stored in the directory. Finally, the function uses the response download method provided by Laravel to initiate a file download response that sends the file to the user's browser for download. The method takes the file path as its parameter and generates a response that tells the browser to prompt the user to download the file. Next, I will implement the file delete function. public function delete ID. This function takes in $ID parameter, which is used to identify the file to be deleted. File equals db table files where $ID first. This line retrieves the record from the files table in the database that matches the given ID parameter. The first method returns only the first record that matches the query. Unlink storage path app/public/upload/file name. Generate this line deletes the actual file from the directory. The unlink function is a PHP built-in function that deletes a file from the file system. In this case, it takes as argument the full path of the file to be deleted, which is constructed using the storage path helper function and the file's name generate attribute. Result equals db table files where $ID delete. This line deletes the record from the files table in the database that matches the given $ID parameter using the delete method of the Laravel's query builder. The delete method returns the number of rows affected. Okay, we are done with the main functions of the project. Now I will perform the file search function. will create a route file search and send a keyword to the controller to query the results through the file name. The function is called search and takes a single parameter, which is a request object that contains the search keyword entered by the user. Inside the function, a database query is constructed using the DB class to search for all records in the files table where the name field contains the search keyword. The like operator is used to perform a partial string match, with the % symbol serving as a wildcard character that can match any sequence of characters. Okay, I've done 4 parts of the tutorial on building a file manager app. Thank you for watching. See you soon.